Hello and welcome back to episode 7 of my Beating Minecraft for the first time series. I'm really excited because today we will have a full on building episode. Also, I have a little surprise. I got the pink sheep. Got really scared that the sheep will despawn if I wait for too long to get it back. So I just rushed back and got it, and it was still there, and I was so glad because I was really scared that it was despawn. Here I'll just show a little compilation of my trip there. I need to go to minus 690 and minus 640, which is where the buried treasure was, and then from there I can find my way. Yes, okay. Yes, I remember this tree. It's still here! And I actually got stuck in powdered snow and almost froze to death. No. So I had every right to be paranoid in the last episode. But let's start with the building. I'm just gonna remove this because honestly I never look at it anyway. So also, as you can see, things look a bit different. I downloaded a source pack that makes ores glow. I don't know if I'm gonna keep it because I've had this discussion with my boyfriend that it's cheating to have it because you can see like diamonds even if it's dark and stuff, and I might agree, I might not. And I downloaded Optifine, so now I also have, you can see a bit of the difference. Basically, my torch just glows when I hold it in my hand. But let's start with the first project. I wanted to transform my cellar because it's kind of ugly, and I want to transform it into a lush cave, also so that my axolotl that I caught last time can be here. Okay, so as you can see, I kind of dug out everything, and now I'll start to replace everything with like moss, and I'll fill this up with water, I guess. Okay, so I've realized I don't have any moss left, but I thought you could just bone meal around moss and it will spread, right? Yes, okay, because then I'm saving myself another trip. Cool. Moss has spread everywhere, but I will go back to the lush cave and get some more clay, since there's a lot of clay in lush caves as well. Now the axolotls are not here anymore. Now have more than enough clay, so I can transform this even more. I also added some ores, and I really like how it's coming together. I don't, however, have glowberries. I forgot to bring the glowberries. So there goes another trip. I've realized there's one thing that I really don't like about this, which is the ceiling. Gonna move everything down. This is it now. Oh my god, it looks so cool. Yes. I've decided that I'll make like an entrance here, kind of like stairs down, and then here's an entrance. And then you can go to this side, and then there's gonna be like a glass wall where through which you can look inside the lush cave, and then I'll have a bubble elevator just transporting you upstairs. Lush cave done. Bubble elevator done. Now entry area. I have transformed the entrance as well, kind of. All that's really missing is a door, which I'm gonna put in now. Yeah, I mean, it's simple. Gonna add some more leaves. Okay, now that the entrance area is different, it's time to go over to the next. And as you can see, with all the mess that kind of like happened here, next up is the farm. I don't want to have it right here anymore. I kind of want to spread it out more, I think. For the farm, I found this pic on... I found it on Pinterest. However, I think it was originally a screenshot from Instagram, from Minecraft Builds tutorial. I kind of liked like how it wasn't different, you know, it had different floors, which I think I can do very nicely here because everything is also on different floors. I'll start off by placing the dirts and the layers, and then I can find my way around it. I think I will have one more here. Okay, another floating island. Now this is done, so it's time to place the crops. Okay, all crops planted. Another day, another sleigh. I showed my boyfriend what I built, and then I decided to change this up a little bit because it was a bit crowded in here. This is more here, and I removed the stairs here. So now I'll do them here instead. What am I doing? For now it's okay. I'll transform my mob farm later anyway. And I'll probably expand this a little bit as well. But I feel like there are some slabs needed here. Yes. Much better. I need to switch this from here to over here. Okay, yeah, I like this. This is a much better size. I'm thinking of maybe adding a little garden here. Now let's plant one grass block here and one here so it can spread. Then all around I'm gonna place some moss. Okay, while I'm waiting for this to spread, it's time to change up the XP farm or mob farm, and for that I'll put it on hold first. Oh, it's quite a lot. Mining all this out just took way too long. Oh, and now I gotta fill it up again. No. Oh. What is bro doing in here? Now I'll have to kill him probably. It's not really the best traits. I'm gonna kill you. I'll kill your llamas first though. Not sure about the carpets. Maybe it would look better if I just covered the whole thing. Okay, now let's make a cute entrance. Meow. A new and improved mob farm. I don't know, it's still not like the prettiest, but it looks a lot better than it did before. And I'm gonna give you a little tour from the inside. Zombie XP farm. Then I'll add a little heart. Boom. Let's go inside for the tour. It just goes straight down. And then you're already here. And I feel like so many more zombies are actually falling down. Let's test it. Because I think it's been like up for, I don't know, not too long. And it's a lot easier to hit them. I want to have a little lake, I think. I'll have a little lantern. I think I might want to have one tree. This is my last bone meal. Okay, nice. So I want to put my bees on there. Okay, this is cute. I'll build a storage room here. And this is something that I'm not gonna make pretty today. I just want to have some space for storage, and I won't make it big enough either. This is just kind of like storage room starter pack. I also won't like put it in order or anything, because I'm gonna upgrade my husbandry. Ah, there's pillagers again, but I'll go fight them because ominous bottles can be very handy at some point. They just shot each other. And I got a crossbow. Okay, I will have to look at my inspo pick first. Okay, I kind of remember it differently. Because this little pit is for sheep. First I have to find some though. Yeah, I knew there was one chilling here. This is where I got my last sheep. I do realize this is not the best biome for sheep because of the wolves. Actually, I'm rescuing all these babies because they clearly can't survive without me. By the way, I do realize that I keep saying the wrong name for this biome. It's a taiga biome, not a spruce forest. You good? Oh, I think bro's tripping. Okay, now let's get the cows. Guys, I had the idea because I don't know, I don't really like how this looks, but I can just let's go back and take a look. Yes, I feel like this harmonizes better together. Okay, I actually wanna have a third one. I think I'll have to build that one here. Okay, now I just need to get sheep to go in there. Sheep? I mean pigs. I don't get how there are always so many pillagers. What? Oh, sweeping edge, right. Been thinking I might want to get an armadillo. Flashback to the first episode. I killed one because I thought they would drop something, and they actually are useful. They can drop shells, which you can use for dog armor. However, you do not need to kill them. Rotten flesh. Wait, are you all gonna have babies now? Oh! I kind of wanna build like small houses into that wall, and then I can have my villager trading in there. So it's kind of like a little village into the wall. I don't remember seeing this before though. Okay, I've been here before. I think when I found the village, I had just gone here, right? Yes, then there's the savannah and the village. Nice. Okay, okay. Hey, it's me from Post, and I've decided to spare you the whole drama of getting these villagers into the boats and then getting the boats to the sea because the ropes kept ripping and it was just such a pain. But after like 2 hours or so, I think this actually took me like 1 to 2 hours, I finally got 2 villagers and 2 armadillos back to my base. And since the rest of the building process was also fairly complicated, not really complicated, but I just somehow made it chaotic. I don't know. Anyway, I think it'll be a lot easier if I just talk you through it now instead of showing every little thing that I did because I don't even understand it anymore. Yeah. So the first thing I did was plant some acacia saplings because first I thought I wanted to include it in the build that I was gonna do for the villagers, kind of because they're from a savanna biome, so that they would feel like they were at home, I guess. Um, yeah, so I put both of the villagers into a hole and gave them beds and started trading. At first, I made sure that I would get a Fletcher, who I decided to call Fletcher Gary. Yeah, just so I could trade sticks for emeralds so that would be able to trade later with Mending Larry. Um, Fletcher Gary didn't take too many tries to get him to trade sticks with me. Mending Larry actually surprisingly also didn't take too many tries. I got it pretty quickly. I think it was only like 10-15 tries. And once they both had the traits that I wanted, I traded with them first sticks and then I got a mending book and I was ready to breed them. Then I got mending on my pickaxe because my pickaxe didn't have that much durability anymore and I knew that I would still use it a lot, so it was time to repair it. And this also gave me a chance to try out my new XP farm. I don't know, I feel like something is still wrong with it, but I'm not 100% sure. It still worked, but at the same time, I don't know. And then I started building the first house, at first for Fletcher Gary. Yeah, I decided that I didn't really like the way the savannah trunks looked against the stone because it's both kind of like or not orange, but like gray. So I ended up switching it out for cherry blossom. And the interior, I still kept the Savannah wood, but actually only for Fletcher Gary. Yeah, for the others, I would end up using cherry blossom as well. I went back upstairs and kind of like dug a tunnel to connect the first house with upstairs where my villagers were. It was kind of complicated. I made a big mess out of everything. And I just used a boat to transport him down. And then I used a boat to also get him in his house. And I only took the boat out once he was trapped. I'm so sorry, but I actually tried to have like fair working conditions. He even gets a bed, you know. He gets a little bit of pink leaves, so he has something nice to look at. And see, I even gave him a nice sign which says Fletcher Gary on one side, I think, and on the other side, best stick prices in town. I still had to keep the bloodline going, so I got Mending Larry down as well, and I bred them again, which kind of crazy breeding your kid with your dad, but whatever. And I dedicated a second house to Mending Larry. Yeah, as you can see now, I also used cherry wood on the inside. Yeah, however, trapping Mending Larry in his house was a lot harder for some reason than it was with Fletcher Gary. He did not want to behave, and it took me a pretty long time to get everything where I wanted it to be, but you know, it's always working with villagers is the biggest pain. I also built one last house for no fall damage Terry. Yeah, it's Terry, you know, and he deals feather falling 3 bugs. And I thought I kind of want that on my shoes, so I made the deal with Terry. And as you can see, there's a little bit of a theme. I kind of want to have all my villagers low-key have the same name. So far we have Gary, we have Larry, we have Terry. Maybe next one will be Harry or Barry or Fairy. We'll see. Yeah, but after I built everything for Terry as well, I kind of just decorated the area between all of the villagers and the villager houses, and that was the last thing I did. It's still not the very prettiest, I guess, but I did try, and I feel like I can start to see that I'm improving a bit with my building skills. Yeah, but in the next episode I'll make sure that all my tools get mending, so that I can go back mining. I think for the next episode I want to do a full-on mining episode.